All right, we are back with Draw 4. And I'm trying to wrangle some guest commentary to come into the commentary box and share their experiences of the game they just played. There's nothing like some homegrown insights from being out on the ice. In this fourth draw, the feature sheet is going to be Horse and Pony versus Babies Are Villains. No. There is a legitimate baby in the Babies and Villains team. Well, not on the team, but supporting the team. I hope they're not on the team anyway. And
the mommy would know, I guess.
Horse and Pony. It sounds like a magazine of some sort. You know, like you remember that scene, Notting Hill, Hugh Grant, where he's pretending to be a journalist.
Isn't it like Horse and Pony?
He says he works for Horse and Hound. Horse and Pony. You know, it could work.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. So I'm joined here by Judy, who was just out on the ice, and by Hillary Sparks, teammate. How was your experience?
We lost badly.
Yes, we did.
I think our opponents had a little more experience with Shorthouse than we had, and you know, we're sort of figuring things out, and they were putting their skills to use. But we played even though we were mathematically eliminated, we played a sixth end, which we finally got on the scoreboard and scored 3. It would have been pretty amazing if we got a 4-ender in the end that didn't count. But
it was close.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the experience, though. You think you've learned stuff to take away back to the next game?
I think we have a better shot at our next game. We're now in the B event.
I like that Judy's optimistic.
I love optimism. You got to be.
So I am convinced, though. I think flexibility and long legs are still an advantage, despite the fact that you know, we're playing parallel to the hack rather than being able to reach in front of it. Reaching to the side is still a big advantage.
Yeah, you have more angles that way.
I think everyone has adopted the Shorthouse equivalent of a centerline guard, where you put the first stone kind of just inside the close 4 foot, top 4 foot, on the center line.
There's a nice draw coming in there from Liz. And I think I might have got the teams the wrong way right. Yes. As always, let me just correct that for you. There we go. So we're in the first end here. And some flexibility already needed here to make these draws. So a little tap up. Whoa, a little bit too much weight on that one, I think.
Went past, just past where it should have been. Where I'm sure she meant to put it.
So if you're watching us on the live stream, welcome back to the Shortspiel Marathon. I feel like it is going to be a bit of a marathon.
Yeah, it's too bad no one's here to relieve you. Maybe as teams start getting eliminated, which I think will happen.
Yes.
I think
it must happen soon.
There's only 4 events, so there can only be 4 finals. So as teams become eliminated, perhaps you'll get some relief here in the commentary box.
Possibly. I wouldn't say no. I do feel like we need someone from Guinness Book of Records or something here to record this longest Shortspiel broadcast in history, perhaps. That can go.
Well, I think it by definition is, since this is the very first Shortspiel anyone has ever done, as far as I know.
So we are actually setting records here today.
It's certainly the most organized Shorthouse curling that has ever happened. All right,
so
looks like 1 red, I think.
Looks like 1 red in the first end. Wow, first end happened already, as you know. Things happen very quickly. Shortspiel, Shorthouse, yes, Shorthouse, Shortspiel.
Well, in both.
So it was 1 red in the first end.
I think we're keeping vaguely on time, aren't we? Or are we running a little bit late?
We are running about 10 minutes behind.
Okay.
But we started 10 minutes behind the whole thing, so once we got going, I think we've been keeping to time.
It's about a half an hour, but basically every half hour a new draw starts.
So that rock just going a little deep, I think, for the opener.
Yeah, you want more the front of the house, in front of the 4 foot.
So nice sort of draw the top 4. Even though that's not shot, I still like that because you're controlling the front.
It's easy to tap that back just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Sheet C has the laser out to measure their shot rocks right now.
Oh.
Like it's
yellow.
yellow.
One yellow.
So a nice innovation there with the laser measure. That's a great idea. It's take forever carting around the
it is much faster.
stick.
I thought they were just going to use it for measuring, you know, skips rocks to the hog, but even measuring like that is useful.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Makes sense for a short house where there's so many games going on.
I think we need to get one of those, Andy.
I think
for
that
curling
could be
or other measuring uses
arranged.
could be quite useful.
We
are about to buy a house.
Well, thank you for sharing that with our live audience.
Our live audience are largely
extremely relevant to the short spiel. I would love to have a laser measuring device. Why not?
Maybe your housewarming present from us then.
Oh, that would be very sweet.
So meanwhile, back to the action. A tap-up attempt by yellow just came up a little short.
Looks like yellow could run those back, though, and be sitting two.
Absolutely. Red still shot for now, but still a bit vulnerable.
They're all kind of right in a line. It looks like you're going to break it up now.
Yeah, I think it's all started when the first red rock went a little deep. And everything has happened since then. It's sort of been because of that. And, changing the mind here on the shot. So going for the draw to grab the button, but
it's tricky because then that'll be kind of sitting out there.
Yeah, and well, this one's going to clip off the top yellow, but it does at least change the angles on those yellows so that raises in there. But you may be able to get to those reds directly. Oh wow, a bit of weight thrown there, and well,
that definitely shook things up.
That was played very quickly and actually worked out very well. Because yellow is
now
really
hard to get to the button now.
But a tap up for red is available.
Or yellow. You can tap up the front right yellow.
Yeah, but if you tap the red up now, then I'm not sure what that leaves in the yellow team. So we'll see what happens. Both teams getting into the spirit of this flexible stretching. One of the main reasons I'm very bad at short house.
Wow, that was a nice shot.
Nicely done. Pretty happy with that. Hit and roll under. It's just like regular curling. So now a tap up required for, this is Emily with the hammer, and I think she's made it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Nice shot.
It's sitting two.
For two. Nicely done.
Yeah, without the very clear roles of who is vice or who is skip, you know, sometimes a little tricky to get agreement on the measurement, you know, on calling the score. But since nobody's really very far away from anybody else, it's communication is easier.
All right, so we're into the third end. I love this fast pace. This is great.
It moves so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we were just suddenly done. And then we're up in the next draw.
I've had a single end of regular curling take longer than an entire game of short house.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're only playing 6 ends. You could easily play 8, but maybe just to keep it into sort of half-hour draws.
Yeah, I think it probably just keeps the day, especially with 14 draws this evening. To only have 6 ends makes it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full draw schedule. I mean, I guess it's probably not available to our viewers online, but.
I don't believe so, but
Haley is running around madly just trying to keep everything up to date on the score on the draw board, much less to do it online as well.
So if you're watching and you're wondering how short house got invented, I do believe that what really happened was it got invented during broom stacking after regular league games, where you know, players just wanted to unwind a little bit, and they decided, why don't we just throw rocks at the near house and play curling that way? And over time, they decided this was a really fun idea, and then they drew up these rules that we have now. And
apparently, every club or even different groups of people have slightly different variations of the rules. So Haley put together a very specific, you know, detailed set of rules. She's a lawyer. I guess she knows how to, you know, divine those kind of things. And then here we are. I mean, how many rules are there? 10? 11?
There are 11 rules, according to the rule sheet.
Maybe I should read those.
There is a copy at the end where near each house on the bench. I did spill water on sheet A or sheet D as I was trying to check the scores earlier.
Oh dear.
So that one might be frozen.
So red sitting 2 right now, but not for long. A nice little tap from Emily, their last one. I think she's sitting shot, but it is movable, so I think there'll be a chance for 3 here for Vince. Vince, he's wearing a t-shirt that says Langway. I have no idea who that is, I'm afraid, or even what sport that is. I'm sure someone listening knows. But
Vince,
apparently,
Washington Capitals? Is that his shirt that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hockey team.
Ah, thank you.
A resident Canadian.
Yes.
That's right.
Wow, I'm from a land where hockey doesn't exist, so that's my excuse. But it is 3 red there. Nice throw from Vince. So it takes a 4-2 lead at the halfway point.
Oh, it also says Washington Capitals in the front of his shirt.
Ah.
That actually helps.
I'm sure this Langway is a good player.
I don't know.
Don't really know, but
I feel like he must be if you're wearing the shirt.
The first red went kind of deep.
yeah, again, just a little bit.
All right.
Not able to control the front.
Hillary, for our next game, we really got to work on that. That first shot, I think, is key.
It's true. We also have to have a strategy for what happens if you don't have, or if you have hammer, so you're throwing the second stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I have not seen a lot of teams yet do anything a bit different with the hammer.
Like maybe we should be trying. I mean, it seems like the real house, the house like in the normal sense of what you're concerned with, is actually shrunken.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really the 4-foot.
Yeah.
So all your strategies kind of are related to, where everything's playing in the 4-foot.
I think so, and
So maybe we should try, putting a stone on the edge of the 4-foot and then doing hit and rolls or that sort of thing. But not not as much enough force to really
think
knock stones out.
Vince is unimpressed with my lack of knowledge of Langway, judging from his facial expression at me.
How does he know?
He must have some inside knowledge. Well, meanwhile, his stone was
there's quite a few stones moving around there.
Very heartily removed.
Yeah.
And a bit of a complex job to replace everything.
Well, they didn't seem to do anything too complicated. I guess they don't have to reset the whole shot, or they just reset where that stone last played.
They have to reset everything, I believe, is the, according to the rules, it's as if the shot never happened.
Yep.
Which is interesting. Bit like the free guard zone.
So we have a comment in the chat window from Kama. I believe the final is at 9.
I'll go check if you want. There
yeah,
should be.
That would be great. It's either 9 or 9:30, but we're going to check. And I believe there is actual pipers, like in a normal full-scale bonspiel.
Meanwhile, a nice shot from Vince to sort of guard up the top of the 4-foot. And it's going to be a bit tricky to score here for Emily. The hammer trying to tap up. Oh, and nicely done.
Yeah, she kind of forced her way in there, basically.
That was about as good as you could do, I think. But just for a single. So it's still a 1-point lead for the red team. Some with the strange team name. Apparently, babies are villains.
I think there's a new mother on the team, which is why she feels that way.
Well,
a cute little baby wandering around, I believe it's hers.
They have a 1-point lead over Horse and Pony.
So the finals are at 9:30 this evening.
Okay.
All right, and it's currently 4:54. Goodness, well, that's...
As I said, hopefully as teams get eliminated, Andy, you might get some relief.
Might need to make a cup of tea at some point. I think that might be.
And I believe dinner will be arriving soon. Dinner, I assume we're not taking a break from draws. It'll just be kind of a rolling dinner.
I suspect so. It looks like it's a continuous schedule.
Yeah, there's not even any ice prep, no breaks. I wonder if we are actually wearing down the pebble a bit.
quite possibly.
I don't know. Although the one thing that happened in our game was that a stone actually picked.
Really?
Yeah, there was quite a big scratch in the ice.
It picked some sort of debris under the rock, and you could see when we had to lift it up, we were like, okay, well, we'll place it at the end of this big gash in the ice.
Oh, I wonder if players should be still cleaning their rocks.
That's what we were discussing, yeah.
Oh, a nice bit of weight thrown there, just right. And setting up a really nice top button buried position. So I wonder if we would see. One thing that would be interesting to see here would be, and I know it seems like a strange idea, is to peel the guard, if you like.
Just peel it out of the way a little bit.
To wick the guard off to the side.
That's interesting.
I don't think we'll see that, but it would be interesting if anyone ever tried that.
Yeah, because sometimes there are just too many rocks in play. We should try to peel, but peel out of the 4-foot house. All right, we're trying to pick up tips here.
Yeah.
Well,
considering how our last game went.
So red still shot, but a very usable yellow stone in the top 4 for an angle raise.
Looks like she's coming from the other side, though.
Yeah, I think they might. Well, they're going to move the yellow. You could have also probably just.
Nice shot.
I was going to say you could have just frozen directly to the red, which is exactly where they ended up. So.
But now there's a big hole there. Yellow might throw right into that pocket.
I think they might have tough to move both of those reds.
So they could outdraw it.
They could. Could outdraw it. And I think that might be. Oh, they might be thinking about at least moving one of those reds out with some weight. Yeah, it looks like they are, but yeah, difficult shot. Just clipping it at the wrong angle.
One red, I believe.
It's one right now, but good chance for, well, could be 3 red if this is played right. I think if you throw it at the right angle, you can get past the top guard to hit that yellow backwards directly. Well, they're not looking at that right now. I mean, you could just go straight back, of course, and get at least, maybe you would get 3 that way as well.
Well, if they got rid of that close yellow one, it'd be 3.
That's right. It's just a question of how you, whether you hit it straight back. Yeah, it's hammer. And it looks like that will work. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice shot.
It's 3 red.
And they will hang around for 3 red. Yep. Nicely done. And so it's a 7-3 lead now for the baby villains. Babies, yes.
Babies are villains.
Babies are villains, thank you. Over.
I suppose baby villains works too.
Horse and pony. Poor old Hugh Grant is in second place. It's just me who thinks of that, I suppose.
It's a very British reference.
I suppose so.
Although we've heard of that movie here.
Well, I should think so. And once again, going a bit deep here. This one all the way to the back 8. But it hasn't cost them, to be fair, in this game so far. Needs a 4-ender from yellow to tie this game up.
I feel like the 4-enders are becoming less common as this spiel is progressing. Perhaps people are getting more strategic. Because the first couple of draws, there were a lot of 4-enders.
Yeah, and as people figure out their weight.
Either that or they're just not stopping to take photos. Although I doubt that.
I doubt that a lot too.
There's lots of posed photos.
Nice draw there from Emily.
Yep, it's backing.
It's going to be difficult to remove. But they need 4, and currently no obvious way to achieve that, so.
She can tick that out to the side, maybe.
Might be able to probably jam it off the back a little bit, but.
I think she's trying to hit it right in the far edge.
Yeah.
That looks like a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it jammed.
But yellow needing 4 points. Not really sure how they're going to go about that. Only 2 rocks remaining. Trying to move these reds. Yeah, that was probably the shot, but
So red's shot, but it's wide open.
Nah, the real problem is that back yellow is totally out of play, essentially, for horse and pony. So it's all under control here for Babies Are Villains. I still can't remember that. And sitting 3 after that. Sitting 2, sorry. Maybe 3, hard to say.
I think it's 2.
With a 4-point lead. Looks like this game is going to be all over very soon. So when do you guys play next?
We're in the next draw.
In the next draw, right.
Far B or far C?
I did not look.
Let's check that.
All right.
Well, we know at the far end.
We'll be looking out for you guys. And and not able to make the 4-ender, so that will be a win for Babies Are Villains. And so, nice job there from those guys, and other games just finishing up here. Played at a nice fast pace there.
Yeah, they're ahead of all the other games going on right now. Oh, they're scratching up the ice. Yeah, I think cleaning rocks might actually start to be important. We will perhaps adopt that in our next game. Yeah. Although it seems like it would really slow down the pace of the game since everything is so fast.
Yeah, we'd probably double the length of the game if we cleaned every rock, I suppose. Well, maybe not quite, but...
we'll consider it.
All right, so since our feature game is concluded,
maybe we should give you a break.
Might take this opportunity to make a cup of tea, take a quick break, but we will be back for draw 5.
Probably about 5-10 minutes.
5 or 10 minutes, so do stick with us, and we will see you shortly.